In a bustling forensic laboratory, Detective Smith, a seasoned CSI, is about to teach Officer Johnson, a rookie CSI, the crucial difference between physical and trace evidence, emphasizing the significance of various scientific techniques and vocabulary in forensic science.
Before we begin, let's familiarize ourselves with some important vocabulary that's essential for understanding traditional forensic science and the digital realm.
Good morning, Officer Johnson. Are you ready to connect the knowledge to contemporary crime-solving challenges?
Yeah, I'm really excited to learn how this stuff actually applies to things like cyber forensics and crime scenes.
Physical evidence is tangible evidence that directly relates to the crime. Examples would be synthetic fibers or a murder weapon.
Trace evidence, on the other hand, consists of small, often microscopic materials that can link a suspect to a crime scene. This includes hair, pigments, and even chemicals like acid phosphates, which indicates the presence of bodily fluids.
Physical evidence is tangible evidence that relates to the crime. Examples would be a murder weapon or strands of synthetic fiber found at the scene.
Trace evidence, on the other hand, consists of small microscopic materials that can link a suspect to a crime. Examples include hair, pigments, and even chemicals like acid phosphates, which prove the presence of bodily fluids.
Oh, take a look at these, Officer Johnson. Can you identify which one's physical and which one's trace evidence?
This is definitely some physical evidence right here. This is probably the knife that they used to kill, while these minute fibers were probably on the perpetrator's clothing.
That's skibbity-ka. Now let's delve deeper into trace evidence.
This technique is also applicable in cyber forensics to analyze substances related to digital crimes, such as identifying chemicals and hacking tools employed by malicious hackers.
Observe this machine, Officer Johnson. It tells us what's in the gas.
Got it. So, gas chromatography. So, this machine functions by breaking down what the chemical composition of the gas is, and then it displays it right up here, right?
Yep.
That's it.
Fun.
Here we have paper chromatography. It separates pigments and substances like ink. The pigments disperse, revealing their distinct colors, which can authenticate documents and detect alterations.
So, separates the colors?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, that's it.
Back up.
Lastly, we have mass spectroscopy.
Mass spectroscopy measures the mass to charge ratio of charged particles, which identifies specific substances akin to pinpoint chemicals used for cybercrime.
3,
Parker, I need your help. Wait, come here.
go.
Mass spectroscopy.
Mass
Spectroscopy.
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 Now say mass before it.
Okay. Mass. Hold on. Parker, one more time.
Mass spectroscopy.
Mass spectroscopy.
No.
It's okay. Just make up a word. Just make up a word.
Spec.
Spectroscopy. Copy. Spectroscopy. Spectroscopy.
Yes, yes.
Say it like 5 times.
Mass
Spectroscopy.
Mass spectroscopy
There you go. You don't have to say it fast. Slow it down.
measures the mass to charge ratio of particles, assisting us in identifying substances.
Is that it?
You got
Oh
more.
wait, there's more.
Yes, there.
Whether in a crime lab or analyzing digital evidence from cyber operations.
All right, Officer Johnson. We have learned that physical evidence, is such as a murder weapon. Trace evidence is small but critical pieces of evidence, like fibers. We have learned analyzing techniques of trace evidence, like mass spectroscopy, paper chromatography, and gas chromatography.
Go.
Mass spectroscopy measures the mass to charge ratio of particles, assisting us in identifying substances, whether in a crime lab or analyzing digital evidence from cyber operations.
Mass spectroscopy identifies substances by measuring mass to charge ratios vital for both physical and trace evidence.
Yay!
Thus, in the realm of CSI, knowledge is power. With each case, Officer Johnson is one step closer to becoming an expert in distinguishing physical and trace evidence and applying knowledge in real-world challenges in both traditional and cyber forensics.
You've grasped it, Officer Johnson. Remember, in forensic science, understanding the distinctions between physical and trace evidence can make or break a case, whether it's uncovering fraud documents or identifying digital threats.
Thank you, Detective Smith. I'm ready to apply what I've learned, particularly in preventing crimes like forgery and understanding financial forensics.
Yay! Hooray!
I was 2 seconds from eating dirt.